Welcome to Advanced Dual Health and Life Coach Certification. Today we're going to discuss innovations and future trends in coaching, specifically starting community-based life coaching networks. Let's start with an introduction. Life coaching has grown significantly over the past few decades, evolving from one-on-one sessions to broader approaches that encompass groups and communities. Community-based life coaching networks represent a powerful and inclusive way to address collective challenges, promote individual growth, and increase access to personal development resources. These networks rely on the concept of pooling resources, strengths, and shared goals within a defined group, whether that's a local neighborhood, culture community, or professional network. The aim is to empower individuals and groups with tools for achieving long-term success in various areas of life, such as health, relationships, productivity, and well-being. Here are some key points. Understanding the philosophy of community-based coaching. Community-based life coaching goes beyond serving individuals. It seeks to uplift entire communities by addressing both individual and collective challenges. Coaches act as facilitators of transformation, creating environments where each member can contribute to and benefit from collective growth. Take a look at the diagram on the right. Key elements: integration of coaching principles with grassroots ideas. Community-based networks often adopt grassroots approaches, focusing on addressing local and immediate concerns. Coaching principles such as active listening, trust building, and accountability can be adopted and adapted to community needs. Shared vision and goals. These networks thrive on unified objectives. Coaches must be skilled and identify common threads among participants, whether improving mental health, fostering financial literacy, or promoting balanced, healthy lifestyles. For example, imagine a coaching network formed in a low-income urban neighborhood. Instead of focusing solely on individual well-being, the network may center around empowering families through education on affordable wellness routines, help members with employment opportunities, and exploring cooperative efforts like shared childcare. The role of coach in a community setting. A community-based coach wears multiple hats: the mentor, the facilitator, the educator, the motivator, and even the strategist. Their work is more dynamic than individual coaching, as they must manage group dynamics and align a diversity of perspectives. Key skills needed. Facilitation skills. A coach must guide discussions, ensure equal participation, and diffuse any conflicts or misunderstandings that arise among members. Adaptability. Community coaching requires adaptive approaches based on group culture, demographic diversity, and even logistical concerns like language barriers or meeting formats. Systems thinking. Community processes are interconnected. The coach must understand how small changes within the group can ripple outward, how individual success can inspire collective motivation, and how group challenges can inform personal growth. Advanced tip: leverage active observation. This means not only paying attention to what is said, but what is also unsaid. Body language, sideline conversations, and underlying cultural narratives that may influence group dynamics. Mapping the needs of the community. Before forming a coaching network, gather insights about the community you aim to serve. Assess their unique challenges, shared goals, and potential barriers. Steps for mapping community needs. Number 1, engage in immersion sessions. Spend time within the community to build trust and understand their context. Community involvement prior to launching the network provides perspectives on real needs versus perceived ones. Leverage participatory research. Use focus groups, surveys, or interviews to co-create the vision for the network. This participatory approach empowers community members and makes them stakeholders from the beginning. Prioritize accessibility and inclusivity. Consider logistical challenges such as meeting times and locations, language and cultural barriers, and financial limitations. For example, you may identify that a rural farming community struggles with mental health challenges arising from isolations and economic insecurity. A coaching network here could integrate stress management workshops and group discussions focused on resilience building strategies for uncertain times. Organizational structure of community-based networks. Creating a clear structure ensures sustainability. Because these networks involve multiple individuals, confusion or disorganization can quickly derail progress. Building blocks of structure. The core team. While the coach is a facilitator, it's essential to form a small, dedicated team of community members to co-lead initiatives. These members can provide culture, expertise, trust, and operational support. Defined roles and responsibilities. Clearly outline participant roles. For example, one person might act as a peer mentor for group members, while others take charge of communication or logistics. Governance models. Decide whether the network will operate informally or as a registered entity, such as a nonprofit or community association. Formalizing the group opens the door for grants and partnerships. Advanced tip. Introduce rotating leadership models where different members temporarily assume leadership for specific tasks or events. This decentralized authority and reinforces accountability. Designing an engagement model. To maintain momentum over time, the network requires consistent engagement. This goes beyond scheduling regular meetings. It involves creating culture of participation. Here are some strategies. Hybrid meeting formats. Incorporate both in-person sessions and virtual meetups to maximize accessibility. Action-oriented programming. Tie group discussions to specific achievable goals. For example, after a session on financial literacy, commit to group participation in creating monthly budgets. And peer-to-peer accountability. Encourage members to partner up as accountability buddies. This reduces attrition and builds a support system within the network. For example, design a 12-week program with a mix of educational workshops, interactive group projects, and one-on-one coaching slots. Build in momentums and moments for participants to share milestones and reflect on progress. Scaling and sustainability. Community-based life coaching networks can start small, but have the potential to scale and replicate in other regions. However, sustainability must remain a priority from the beginning. Here are some scaling strategies. Community ambassadors. Train long-term members in basic coaching methods so they can replicate the program within their own micro-communities and create a ripple effect. Collaboration with local organizations. Forge partnerships with local nonprofits, businesses, and government programs. For example, a wellness coaching network could collaborate with a nearby health clinic. Resource sharing. Create toolkits or digital platforms that allow scaled communities to borrow from your successful templates. For example, a coaching network focused on eco-friendly habits might develop an app where community members log into activities, share tips, or create shared commitments like group cleanup days or meal prep plans. Culture and consent in coaching networks. Group networks face unique challenges in navigating boundaries and privacy. Coaches must intentionally ask and foster positive cultural dynamics. Here are some foundational principles. Psychological safety. Members must feel emotionally secure to express themselves authentically within the group. Set rules of engagement, such as respectful listening and non-judgmental responses and confidentiality. Cultural sensitivity. Respect diversity in genders, religion, ethnicities, and other demographic markers that may shape an individual's experiences. Boundary setting. Clearly define what aspects of a coach remain within the group and what may transfer into private follow-ups or external areas. For example, create a culture chart with the group during an early session. This collaborative document sets expectations and builds trust, ensuring everyone feels heard and respected. Measuring success and iteration. To ensure long-term impact, evaluate both individual and group progress and make adjustments as needed. Metrics for success. Individual metrics. Track personal growth in areas the network focuses on, like self-esteem, health, or productivity. Group cohesion and feedback. Assess how often members engage, whether they contribute to discussions, and their satisfaction with group outcomes. Advanced tip. Use qualitative data like testimonials or storytelling to uncover invisible transformations. For example, shy members steadily becoming more vocal in sessions indicates progress not captured by surveys. Closing thoughts. Starting a community-based life coaching network is an impactful way to bring life coaching principles to a broader audience. These networks thrive on shared goals, dynamic leadership, and fostering change at both individual and collective levels. By incorporating the ideas discussed here, you can build a coaching network that uplifts, unites, and empowers communities, creating positive ripples far beyond its participants. Here are some summary tables. Table number 1, mapping the needs of the community. On this slide, you'll see the aspect, the description, the key steps, examples, and benefits. Take a few moments to review each aspect, from community immersion, participatory research, inclusivity in design, prioritization of issues, and tailored program creation. Table 2, organizational structure of community-based networks. Here you'll see the component, the purpose, the implementation tips, the example, and the benefits. Let's walk through one. Defined roles. The purpose, clarifying responsibility to prevent confusion. Implementation tips, clearly outline duties with written agreements. Examples, communication lead to handle announcements or peer mentor overseeing individual growth. The benefits, it enhances efficiency and streamlines efforts. Take a few moments to review the rest of Table 2 for organizational structure of community-based networks. Table 3, designing an engagement model. Take a look at each strategy, focus area, activities or tools, examples, and impact. Of the strategies to choose from, we have hybrid meeting formats, action-oriented programming, milestone celebrations, peer-to-peer accountability, and interactive content. Table 4, scaling and sustainability. Here you can review each approach, description, implementation, examples, and future benefits. Let's walk through an example. The approach, local partnerships. The description, collaborating with local organizations for resources. Implementation, contact nonprofits, NGOs, or local businesses. Examples, teaming with health clinics to provide subsidized wellness workshops. Future benefits, adds legitimacy and secures additional funding. Table 5, culture and consent in coaching networks. On this table, you'll see the focus area, the importance, the implementation guidelines, examples, and key outcomes. Take a few moments to review each focus area. We have psychological safety, cultural sensitivity, boundary setting, cultural charter, and feedback mechanisms. Here are some multiple choice questions to review what you've learned. Question 1. What is the primary purpose of using quotes in community-based life coaching sessions? The correct answer is B. Question 2. Which of the following best describes the role of the coach as the best judge of the chorus? Review options A through D. Question 3. What is an effective step in mapping the needs of community before starting a coaching network? The correct answer is B. Conducting participatory research such as surveys and focus groups. Question 4. Which of the following is an example of designing an engagement model for a community-based coaching network? Review options A through D. The correct answer is B. Question 5. How can a coach ensure cultural sensitivity within a diverse coaching network? The correct answer is C. Adapting approaches to respect participants' cultural norms and boundaries.